Willkommen zurück zu einer neuen Folge von L.A. Noire. Es geht hier ein bisschen weiter. Da war doch noch was zu mitnehmen.
Quality English smoking jacket. I don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one.
Gut. Da noch was.
Barbiturates. What else is rattling around in this thing?
Nee, warte, könnte ich noch weiter untersuchen. Sehe ich gerade. Und schauen wir mal. Ah.
We should speak to a doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster.
Sowas, sowas. Wo haben wir denn noch was? Warte mal, kann ich noch mal kurz raus? Ich glaube, hier war ja auch noch was an den Treppen. Da kamen wir rein. Na, sieh mal eine an.
Mal will be pleased.
Mhm.
Well, that's hardly conclusive, given the number of those things we've come across recently.
Stimmt.
The autopsy will confirm it one way or another.
Errungenschaft mitgenommen. Ist ja gelohnt, nochmal runter zu gehen. Gut. Haben wir jetzt hier noch? Hier haben wir noch ein paar Fotos.
This is all top end of town stuff. Gives us somewhere to look.
Dann können wir noch weiter untersuchen. Gut, vielleicht ist hier hinten dran noch was. In diesem Fall nicht, wie mir scheint. Hier vielleicht?
There's been a modeling assignment.
Sehr schön.
It's a place to start.
Hier noch was Interessantes?
Beautiful girl. Clothes certainly aren't from the Sears catalog.
Und, okay, da haben wir dann nichts. Das sollte dann aber mal fürs Erste reichen. Nun gut, reden wir doch mal mit der Dame.
I'm Detective Phelps. I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynolds, I'm just so shocked. I feel like there's something I should be doing, someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town. Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there? I don't know.
If you give the details to the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in contact.
Gut, fangen wir doch mal an.
Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
Das sieht aber hier anders aus, ne?
What are you hiding here, Mrs. Reynolds? Julie was obviously disturbed about something.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ja, wir haben ja hier die Schlaftabletten noch gefunden.
She was taking barbiturates. She couldn't sleep. You must have seen them in her room.
You've seen the pillbox, the things she hid in there. I don't know how she supported herself. Always new clothes and jewelry. She lived like a movie star. A princess. Does modeling really pay that well?
Wahrscheinlich ja nicht.
Did Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
Was ist mit der Herrenjacke?
Why are you lying to me, Mrs. Reynoldsson? Julia had men stay here.
I will not speak ill of the dead. You can't prove that.
An sich ja schon.
Who owns the smoking jacket?
I wouldn't like to tell tales, you understand. That's Mr. Henderson's. An older man, very distinguished looking. He seemed very much in love with her.
Where would we find him?
I'm sorry, I don't know. He said he lives in San Francisco.
Okay.
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
Ich glaube ja nicht.
Mrs. Reynoldsson, it seems like there's something you want to tell me.
She was very high-strung. Lovely one moment and screaming at you the next. She wanted it all, and she wanted it damn quick. Of course, being so beautiful, it seemed like she was going to get it. Not the way it's turned out, though, is it?
Thanks, Mrs. Reynoldsson. You've been very helpful. One of the other detectives will take your statement, and then you can go home.
I think our work is done here.
Das scheint so, ja. Ich glaube, hier dürfte ja auch nichts Interessantes mehr sein. Ja. Gut, ich denke, die Hinweise haben wir auch alle, die wir brauchen würden. Achso, können wir da noch Bescheid sagen? Dass wir was gefunden haben? Ah, ne, diesen... Oh, da fehlt ja schon was. Haben sie die Leiche schon wieder rausgeschafft.
Stefan, Rusty, we'll take a look around outside and then follow up these leads. Can you get some guys to run down the jacket?
Ich glaube, die sind nicht so ganz begeistert.
You think Carruthers has called it right?
He rarely gets it wrong.
I don't know. I'm with Galloway. I've met enough girls in my time who can't handle their dope.
Gut, dann... wo fahren wir denn als nächstes hin? Was haben wir denn noch als Möglichkeiten da? Vielleicht erstmal zu dem... Ah ja, danke. Zum Geschäft.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
All right, where to?
Luxus-Damen-Boutique. Wie schön.
Bukowski, Galloway, quite the little reunion in there. Almost brought a tear to my eye.
They're good police.
How would you know? You got promoted so fast you barely had time to learn their names. Let me fill you in. Bukowski's a pushover. Galloway's a drunk.
You could learn a thing or two from both of them.
Please. They couldn't work a vice case if their life depended on it.
I don't see why they'd be any better or worse at it than me.
I noticed you said better. Hubris disguised as humility. Kind of your trademark, don't you think?
Why do you always twist everything? Galloway's got nothing to prove. He's been on homicide for years.
And he's welcome to it. You're a terrier, Phelps, and that's what I need. Not some old bulldog who can't get up a flight of stairs without coughing up his lunch.
Scheinen sie ja nicht so zu mögen untereinander.
He just refuses to accompany me to church.
Well, hello. What can I help you with today?
Hm,
LAPD, ma'am.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
She was found dead this morning.
okay, fragen wir mal kurz nach.
How long had Julia worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
Das können wir ihr auch mal glauben.
Could you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses. The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Did she have any close friends here?
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
I'd like that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer. Heather, these gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is
She's
she?
a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, a wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to
I'm
me.
very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look?
Ja, guck
That's
mal
some
an.
pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you.
Okay, dann fragen wir doch mal nach.
How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my fiancé, Henry Arnett.
Das scheint zu stimmen.
Henry is your beau. Tell us about it.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
Und das Wissen?
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
Scheint auch zu stimmen soweit.
She was wearing a sapphire engagement ring. Someone must have given it to her.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
That's all for now, Miss Swanson. Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
What? Oh, no. Oh, I can't believe it. She was so full of life.
Tja, ich glaube, da hat sie sich jetzt nicht so drüber gefreut.
Can you drive to this one?
Dann geht es jetzt mal zur
Fine, where
Praxis.
are we headed?
Gucken, was wir da jetzt noch rausfinden.
Nice move not telling old Sweet Lips in there about her friend taking the big jump till we were half out the door. Very slick.
I figured we'd get more out of her that way.
You're learning, Phelps. We'll make a vice cop out of you yet.
Schön. Gucken wir uns doch mal hier drin um. Was es da Angenehmes gibt oder was da Schönes gibt. Wahrscheinlich nicht allzu viel. Arztbesuche sind ja selten schön. Okay, wie ist der Stoneman? Vielleicht auf der anderen Seite. Ah ja, ganz oben.
Here, Stoneman, Office 505.
Der ist ja echt das Letzte. Aber wenigstens ein Aufzug.
I swear, if we locked up every doctor in this town, Vice would be able to work half days.
Ah, wahrscheinlich so. Genau. 505. Dann suchen wir mal 505.
Yes, sir, your name?
LAPD. We'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
There's no need to be rude.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from the LAPD here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
Guten
Your
Tag.
investigation is much more important than my sciatica. I'm just in pain here. Leave me alone.
Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, Detective.
Ja, fangen wir an.
How well did you know Ms. Randall?
Barely at all. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
Na, ich glaube ja nicht so.
Julia Randall has been your patient for nearly a year. I'm sure you know that.
Do you doubt my veracity, Detective? Do you have access to my patient records?
Nö, aber wir haben... Wo war denn das hier, das Rezept?
Your prescriptions contradict you, Doctor.
Miss Randall was in the fashion business, as you probably know. She was jumped up on Benzedrine by day and knocked down by sleeping pills at night. I told her to slow up, but no. Life was too short for her.
And you supplied the prescription for the Benzedrine.
It's not illegal, Detective. A lot of young women in her line of work use it for weight loss.
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
Ganz sicher?
Benzedrine is addictive, as I'm sure you know, Doctor.
As I warned her, but she was determined. She said she needed it to control her appetite.
Sounds like you knew her pretty well.
I knew the line of work she was involved in.
That'll be all for now, Dr. Stoneman. We'll be in touch.
Und nun? Ah, telefonieren wahrscheinlich.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Messages, please.
Yes, Detective. The coroner's been asking to speak to you. I can connect the call if you like.
Please, thank you. Al?
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Sure thing, Mal. We'll be right over.
Okay. Dann lassen wir euch mal wieder weiterarbeiten. Oh, auf einmal sind relativ viele Leute da. Wir begeben uns nochmal nach unten zum Auto. Und dann fahren wir dann in der nächsten Folge, fahren wir da mal runter. Mal schauen, was das dann wird.
The old boy's lying.
About what?
I don't know. He looked relieved when you said she was dead. That's a strange reaction to have to the death of a young patient.
Ja, das stimmt. Na gut, dann schauen wir in der nächsten Folge mal, was uns da bei dem Zentralrevier noch oder beim Leichenschauhaus erwartet. Danke fürs Zuschauen an der Stelle. Ich hoffe, ihr hattet Spaß. Seid beim nächsten Mal dann wieder mit dabei. Und bis dahin, macht's gut und ciao, ciao.